Good morning, y'all. These are raw beach thoughts. I don't have a typical intro for you this morning. I don't have a title of the episode. It's 5 in the morning on a Sunday, a week into summer, halfway through 2026. And I'm just ready for blessings, man. I'm already receiving blessings. I'm already blessed. But the first half of this year really has just shown me like you gotta let life evolve and develop on its own. There's times in life where we think everything is going to go the way we want it to go. We expect it to go. People we expect to be around for long term, family, friends, professional network connections, whatever it may be. And, sometimes life don't go like that. And we sometimes feel like life need to go the way we want it to go. But as I sit out here by this water, I think about just looking at how the water is flowing. And I think about having conversations with people about creating your flow. I think about the sermon 2 weeks ago that talked about the river of favor, and it's just on my mind. Just looking at this water flowing, waves moving, waiting for the sun to rise, and it's just kind of a testament to just what life is. Like it's gonna keep going, it's gonna keep flowing. Sometimes the tide high, sometimes the tide low. Sometimes the water is warm, sometimes the water's cold, sometimes the water's more clear and clean, sometimes the water's dirty, sometimes it's sharks in the water, you know. But one thing about that flow in that river and that ocean, it's gonna keep flowing and keep going. And I think that's just where I'm at in life, like letting things flow, letting things go, but still showing up and putting my 2 cents and my effort into it. The quote at the end of every episode is talking about faith. So allowing the universe, allowing God, and allowing the stars to align the way that they should be. But also, that's the hustle part of us is that we got to show up in the way we want to show up and also show up in a way that we don't want, to be perceived or, trying to approach things and control things the way that we should. But nonetheless, no matter what you do or don't do, like it's going to keep flowing. I'm excited for this second half of the year. Like I said, it's a milestone year for me. And I'm just trying to get aligned and I'm just trying to adapt. I just posted it on my story, adapting and alignment, and promoting the last episode. But that's not like the focus of this conversation. Like I said, these are raw thoughts, but that's just adapting and aligning. Um, it's just a lot going on, man. Like, I've learned for myself, I'm not the person that needs to have a lot of options. I'm not the person that needs to have a lot of things going on at once because I'm already indecisive. My mind already wanders. So adapting is adapting to what you need and what you don't need. And alignment is really getting aligned to like what you actually need to get you to that next level, what you actually need to sustain you through everyday things. And they talk about alignment a lot in church. You think about alignment from a car perspective, getting the wheel alignment, when you change the tire, because you want the tires to, get that alignment with the wheel. So it's perfectly matched up because you got a brand new set of tires getting on the road and, you don't get that alignment, you know, it's not controlling, not operating and navigating properly and as smooth as it should. So, I think it's an analogy that people use a lot, but it's a lot of truth to it. Like if you're not aligned to where you need to be with who you need to be, with who you need to be aligned with, it makes life a little more difficult. And I've learned the hard way through career choices. I've learned the hard way through relationship choices. I've learned the hard way through friendship choices. I've learned the hard way through certain environments that I maybe shouldn't be in, certain negative, unhealthy habits that I shouldn't take part in, right? All of these things I've learned of how it can mess up your alignment and get you off track. And I say the adapting piece first because you got to adapt to what you are aligning yourself to. And adapting because why? When we align ourselves, everything we align ourselves to, typically the things we align ourselves to, is not comfortable in the beginning because you got to get your mind on that. You got to get your routine on that. You got to get your body, your physical on that. You got to really be ready for that. And too often as humans, like we don't do that because we don't like that uncomfortable adjustment phase. We don't like having to get in a space of loneliness. We don't like making those tough decisions that, make the heart, fragile. I mean, the heart is already fragile, but, makes the heart kind of feel it. And, end of the day, as I just said in the beginning of this, man, it's going to keep flowing. One thing about this life is going to keep flowing. Whether we hit and when we gone, it's going to keep flowing. There's people in our life that we done lost. And what you hear that water in the background is going to keep flowing. So I love coming out here to the beach, man, especially at the morning and just getting this good energy. The biggest thing that happens when I come out to the beach, it reminds me that God is for sure real. Because as I'm just looking at all this nature, I'm looking at this ocean, I'm looking at the sky, I know for a fact this wasn't man-made. And then another thing, man, it just makes me appreciate life more. Um, nature is free. Getting out here, being able to wake up and breathe and look at the water, look at the sky, people watch, talking to people, getting exercise in, listening to music, man. These are the type of things money really can't buy. Don't get me wrong, though. Money could buy one of these condos out here. It's 21st floor overlooking the ocean, but you get what I mean. These are just things that money can't buy. And then that's one thing I thank God for being able to, have this experience of coming across Florida in 2019 and just really embracing it. Um, the good, the bad, the ugly, the loneliness, the uncertainty, the politics, the career woes, like you name it. But nonetheless, man, I tell you one thing: this beach right here, it's made everything worth it, man. And I'm forever grateful for it. I'm grateful for the analogy that it gives me. I'm grateful for the peace that it gives me. And I just know this second half of 2026, y'all, like I told y'all last summer separation, those 4 months did something for me. But I didn't keep that same energy the next 8 months. I kind of went to the fall, let the holidays get the best of me, let grief get the best of me, just everything. But this summer separation too, and this second half of this year, man, it's really just preparing me as a man. I was watching a sermon my mom sent me 3 in the morning the other day, and I actually got up to go to the bathroom, and I'm just watching the sermon. End up staying up for the next couple of hours, but it was from the convocation that my grandmother church had, and the pastor was talking about, going through the pruning season. I was just saying, like, we all go through those seasons where you feel lost, you feel like everything's falling apart, everything's difficult. People you thought would be in your corner forever, they're getting removed, friends are falling off, your date, all that type of stuff. Like, it's part of the process, like, because it builds you up. Now, you can allow that stuff to make you bitter and allow the anger to win, and now you walk around, I don't trust nobody, just me and myself. Ooh, nah, like that ain't healthy. Because at the end, you gonna lose because that's not truly who you are. And then for people who are normal human beings living normal lives, you can't walk around mad at the world with a guard up. You walk around mad at the world with the guard up, you're not gonna be able to embrace what life can bring your way to unexpected things or unexpected blessings. So I just say for this second half of the year, y'all, on this journey, I welcome you to come on this journey with me. If it's listening through the podcast, following on IG. If you want to reach out, connect, go on the walk, grow together, hop on a call, like I'm happy to do it. I'm open for all positive, optimistic, intentional, focused, healthy energy. If that ain't what it is, I don't need you around me. I don't need people around me that's not on there. I don't need people around me that doesn't take accountability and what it means to be a part of my life. I'm not saying that you gotta do all these things for me, but like friendship, relationship, professional network, keep working out, whatever. I need that accountability. I need that energy. I need you to make me better. I make you better. We learn together. We have uncomfortable conversations. We grow. And that's just where I'm at. And I feel good. And it's like this second half of 2026, I don't have nothing on my mind but to kill it. Like I'm really getting in a space again, locked in with can't nothing really block me or blow my day too much. I let something sometimes at work, it gets to me for a minute. Somebody gets to me for a minute, get to me for a while. I had a relationship, a relationship this year. Somebody I kind of looked up to for a long time. Like I had to really look at that person for what it is and accept it for what it is. And it hurt, it caused tears, it caused anger, it caused all these different back and forth emotional feelings. But End of the day, bro, it is what it is, bro. Because like I just said in the beginning of this episode, bro, is the water is gonna keep on flowing. Life is gonna keep on flowing. The tides, the sharks, the water may be contaminated sometimes. It may get hot, it may get cold. Man, whatever it is, though, it's gonna keep flowing. So as we get ready for this Monday, y'all, going into the second week of summer, about to get ready for the beginning of a new month. Now that leaves us what? July, August, September, October, November, December. Literally 6 months left in this year. Lock in, y'all. You said you was gonna do it yesterday. You said you was gonna do it last month. You said you was gonna stop spending money. You said you was gonna stop drinking. You said you was gonna stop smoking. You said you was gonna stop working out. You said you was gonna apply for that job. You said you was gonna walk away from that situation, that job that's no longer serving you. You said it a million times. It's time to do it, and it's time to get to it by any means. Because at the end of the day, like I said, whatever decision we pick, the water gonna keep on flowing. So y'all know, like I said, this wasn't even an episode, so I ain't gonna even end it with hustle, bless, faith, equal success. I'm gonna end it with just get on your job, man, and do what you gotta do. Y'all subscribe to the channel on YouTube, DBAMTV. Y'all follow on IG, DBAMTV. And we got more content, more motivation to come as we get through this summer. I'll holler at y'all later.